Great. All right. Well, let's move on then. We are going to talk about the latest issue of Batman, continuing the RIP storyline, 679. Pete, what did you think of this?
Well, it's Batman's lost his mind, and
I'm not sure he's the one that's lost his mind.
No, Grant Morrison's crazy, yeah.
Well, have you been reading this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
I was, and then I was like, this is too crazy. So mad. Why?
Yeah, it's very crazy. It's like anything with Grant Morrison. You're hoping that it goes to crazy town early, and then slowly he kind of pieces things together, and by then you're like, oh, okay, thanks.
But so far, it's been taking a long, relaxed vacation in Crazy Town.
Yes, it has. Batman is homeless and sewing his own suit together, and there's a little Bat Mike version of him talking to him all the time.
Yeah.
He's talking to gargoyles on top of buildings, which, if he's up
It'd be
there.
better if his costume was purple and orange all the time.
It's all of this, I think, is it's Grant Morrison trying to do what writers often do, which is reconcile things happened in the past that are totally ridiculous. In this case, it's a Batman named the Batman of Zur-En-Arr who lived on an alien planet, and it was in one issue. It was like, I've seen pictures of you, Earthman, and modeled myself on you, except with a purple suit. So it turns out,
orange.
yes, and orange and yellow, I think, and a couple of other colors. But it turns out that there was actually an identity that Batman created for himself in case anybody tried to brainwash him.
Smart move.
Good thing he explained that, because I've been wondering about that since 1958.
Wow, I know, it's been sticking to my craw too. It doesn't make the comics more fun, is the problem.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's fun.
What really is tough is when someone doesn't read a comic and you're trying to explain it to them, you sound like a complete jackass.
It's a weird thing. I don't know. Like it was weird when I saw that Grant Morrison was gonna start doing the Batman line. I think it was kind of like
Yeah.
But there's also for me, I don't know, I really like Batman. I've always, Batman I think was one of the first comics I read, and it seems like over the last, I don't know how long, there's been this shift of he's no longer the world's greatest detective, he's the world's greatest ninja. And that has become so uninteresting for me of he's just a really broody ninja. No, I kind of liked him solving things, and it just seems like such a weird, this weird turn of just I'm gonna sit in the corner and sneak around, Batman. I gotta go cry, throw some batarangs.
Well, it's either that or he can do anything. Absolutely anything. Any sort of problem. He's I built a machine for that 20 years ago.
Yeah. And I have it right in my belt right here. This will solve the crime.
Yeah, so he's either a ninja or a MacGyver. And neither of those are, as you're saying, as interesting as Detective. And the unfortunate part is the Detective comics, what Paul Dini is doing, was really good because it was like Batman the Animated Series. It was a fun mystery every single issue, or occasionally a 2-issue arc. And now that's completely consumed by this Bat Ninja thing that's going on as well. So it's just not fun anymore. Would you guys say pick it up? Yes? No?
Unless you want, if you were maybe I should take crazy pills, or I should read a comic. Pick it up. Don't spend money on it.
What would you say? Pick it up?
Oh, see, I dropped it.
Page number 5.
Let's turn over to Pete's favorite thing ever, Punisher.
Yeah! Bittersweet.
Pete, you want to talk about this a little bit?
Yeah, it's
Eulogize it, so to speak.
It's kind of possibly the greatest Punisher arc ever. Garth Ennis is doing an amazing job, and this is the last issue. He's going to do another miniseries at some point, but we don't know when. But this one ties up, and it's a kind of a really cool reveal, almost like a whodunit or who did what when type of thing.
Who done it?
Yeah. So, and it turns out it was the Punisher. He did it. No. It was just.
Mike, was it that Mike?
Yeah, Punisher has a little Punisher.
That actually reminds me of, and I don't know if anybody remember this, and maybe I was just in a drug-induced haze at like 10, but in the Dukes of Hazzard, does anybody remember Little Buddy? I think it was like when like Bo and Luke left and the replacement guys were there, but it was definitely when the show was like went crazy. There was a little alien. I feel retarded even talking about it. It was like a great Gazoo Bat-mite type of little alien that only they could see. That was like hopped in the back seat. They were like, hey, it's little cousin. That's what they called it. But when you're talking about Little Punisher, it made me think
So,
of Little Cousin.
this was in your fanfic then?
I have a series of Dukes of Hazzard that I've been trying to sell on the web.
I'm sold.
All right, there's a great one where they meet Data from. And I've got some really awesome Data, Daisy Duke fan lust art.
So pick up Punisher 60. Have you guys been reading Punisher?
No, they don't give that to us. It's a maximum.
Oh, right. For those who don't know, people at Marvel, you get generally some free comic books, but you don't get any maximums, right?
No.
Why is that?
They're afraid that we're going to be offended. They're afraid that somebody's going to be offended.
They don't want you to know that they're putting out these max books. hey, work here at Marvel. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Pay no attention to this stuff happening over here.
The Max people work in this dungeon.
Evil Max people.
This is a classic run on a series, I think.
Yeah.
The arc before this was kind of a slam bang, guns blazing finale, and this was
Which
much
was also
quieter.
enjoyable.
Oh, it was great. It was excellent. But this was really good, really well written, and surprisingly quiet for the last couple of issues of
Yeah.
Punisher, which I was very surprised about.
Yeah?
But well worth picking up, I think. Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.